Yes.
Was this early?
There may be somebody else coming.
Thank you.
Well, you know for sure.
Okay, good afternoon. Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Judge Eric Mora. We have two calendars this afternoon. The first will be an Orca final plea calendar. The second is an Orca show cause calendar. The final plea calendar I'll call first. Everyone on this calendar should have been in court at least once before. Position one, I have as non-pros, Sade Anderson. You've already signed that non-pros. Anyone here on that case?
That's correct, Judge. And I believe Ms. Anderson was excused from appearing. The null pros was submitted on September 27th.
Okay, thank you, Ms. Rosenhover. Position 2 and 3, Trevon Billings.
Judge, that is also position number 4. Those are all Mr. Gaither's cases. I've been asked to make the announcement of further notice to jury trial calendar
That's what I'm looking
for all 3 positions.
Okay.
I'm here.
Mr. Billings, you with us?
Yes, sir.
All right, good afternoon, Mr. Billings. It's
Good
my
afternoon.
Good afternoon, sir. It's my understanding that your case is going to be further notice to the next available trial calendar. That trial calendar will not be until the first of the year sometime, but you'll get notice, sir.
All right.
Okay, have a good day, sir.
All right. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Bye.
Position 5, James Bradley.
Yes, Your Honor, Jeff Dickerson on behalf of Mr. Bradley. He is on the Zoom call. We're going to need a jury trial on that case.
Okay, further notice to the next jury trial calendar. I take it that there will be no motions filed in this matter. Other than motions prior to trial.
There may be, Your Honor. I've been out for about a month and just getting back in the swing of things. But I do anticipate a Daubert motion on the fields.
Okay, well, I'm going to place you on a motions calendar as opposed to a trial calendar so we can dispose of any motions prior to trial. The next motions calendar will be December 13th. Does that work for you?
That works for me, Judge. Thank you.
Have you filed those motions already?
No, Your Honor, but I'll get them filed within the next couple of days.
Okay, very good. Those motions will be in person. I need for you and your client to be in G33 in person on December 13th, okay?
Thank you, Judge.
All right, anything further this afternoon?
No, Your Honor, that's all I have. May I be excused?
Yes, have a good day. And Mr. Bradley also.
Thank you.
Position number 6, Brandon Bruce.
Morning, Your Honor. Jim Berry. I'm here for Lisa Wells. She's in another court. They have a plea in that case.
Okay. Is Mr. Bruce with us in court on Zoom?
He's here, Judge.
Okay,
Behind me.
very good. Has the paperwork been complete?
I believe the paperwork was sent in earlier. I got a text from Ms. Wells saying that it was completed and sent.
Okay, very good. Thank you. We'll be with you.
Thank you, Judge.
Okay. Position 7, Marquise Campbell.
Judge, that's my case. I believe I saw Mr. Campbell on the Zoom. Yes, Judge, he's present. That plea has been signed up through DocuSign. We'll be ready when the court is.
Okay, thank you. We'll be with you, Mr. Campbell. Position 8, Sequan Cruz.
Good afternoon, Your Honor. Nicole Mormon for Mr. Cruz. We did receive the videos. There's 13 of them. Several of them are several hours long, so I have not been through all of them. I received them last Thursday. Just on what I've been through, we are going to need a motions hearing. We're going to need a Jackson Deno and possibly a suppression hearing. So I would ask that I will get those filed in the next week or so. And I would ask to be placed on the December 13th motions hearing as well. And then pending the outcome of the motions hearing, then also I will get with Ms. Githia after I am able to view all these videos and see if we can get this resolved.
Okay, very good. We'll put you on the December 13th motions calendar. That calendar is in person, so you and your client need to be in court in G33 with me.
Yes, Your Honor. Thank you. And that concludes my business. May I be excused?
Yes, you all have a good day. Thank you.
You too, Your Honor. Thank you.
Position number 9, Derek Dixon.
Judge, that's my case. Is Mr. Dixon present? Judge, I'm expecting him to appear. We will be requesting a jury trial. If I could have an opportunity to try to reach him.
Okay, I'll hold for your announcement, Ms. Rosenhauer. Position 10, Yada Duggar.
Is Ms. Duggar present? Judge, this is also Mr. Gaither's case. I'll look through the files that he sent me and try to contact her before the end of court today.
Okay, I'll hold for your announcement. Position 11, Jonathan Harbin. Jonathan Harbin. Represented by George Stein. Let's see if we can contact Mr. Stein to see if he and his client are going to join us today. Position 12, Portia Harshaw.
Judge, that's going to be my case. Good afternoon, Judge. I believe Miss Portia Harshaw is in court, present in court. Judge, we'll be accepting the offer from the state this afternoon on that case. And I just wanted to verify that she qualifies for the first offenders for this case.
I'll look it up and see.
Understood. But yes, Judge, this will be a plea and we'll be ready to submit that DocuSign paperwork here.
Okay, thank you, Ms. Helen.
Thank you, Judge.
We'll be with you, Ms. Harshaw. Thank you. Position 13, Dominique Hurd.
Is Ms. Hurd present? Judge, she is present. This is Mr. Gaither's case. If we could hold, I'll speak with her in the state and report back.
Okay. Good afternoon, Ms. Hurd. We'll be with you, ma'am. Position 14, John Howard.
Is
Aye.
Mr. Howard present? Here or over Zoom? Judge, this is also Mr. Gaither's case. If I can locate contact information, it seems that he has been in touch with Mr. Howard, so Mr. Gaither expected him to show up. If we could just hold so I can try to reach him.
Okay. Mr. Howard is also position 15. Position 16, Shantari Jackson.
Oh, sorry, Judge, I got distracted. Ms. Jackson, are you present? Yes, Ms. Jackson's present, Judge. That's my case. We'll be requesting a jury trial.
You have everything you need in the case, Ms. Rosenhauer?
I do, Judge.
Okay, well, further notice to the next available jury trial calendar. You'll get notice, Ms. Jackson, so unless Ms. Rosenhauer needs you for anything else this afternoon, you're free to go, ma'am.
And Judge, I apologize. I may have announced too quickly. I heard John Howard and announced Mr. Gaither has position number 15. I'm not sure if position number 14 is the same person. It does look like there's a different attorney listed for that.
She's in our office.
Okay,
Yeah.
so they're both of the same person. Okay. I'll let Mr. Gaither know. Sorry, Judge.
Okay, you're fine. Position 17, Jasad Johnson. Yes, good afternoon, Mr. Johnson. Let's see, are you represented by counsel?
Oh, no, sir.
You need to take the gum out for me, sir. Would you like to see if you apply, if you qualify for a public defender today?
Well, last year, we went on it was with prosecutor Jacob Stevens.
Yes, sir.
He told me, on this date, we're gonna find out if he's gonna go forward or dismiss my case, being that was the one that was a double jeopardy case I told you about,
Okay.
and it was supposed to be taken care of today.
I'll have to speak with Ms. Reiser this afternoon, who is the solicitor on the case. Mr. Stevens isn't with us today, so Ms. Reiser will speak with you, okay? Yeah, and you'll report, Ms. Reiser, to
I
the,
will, Your Honor.
we'll be with you, Mr. Johnson. Thank you.
All right.
Position 18, Tiara Jones.
I apologize, Judge. I was muted there. That's going to be my case, Judge. We are accepting the plea from the state for that case. It'll be under first offenders, and I'm just signing the DocuSign right now to be able to send that back to Ms. Reiser this afternoon.
Okay, is Ms. Jones with us? Oh, there you, good afternoon, Ms. Jones. We'll be with you, ma'am. Position 19, Gregory Kimber.
Is Mr. Kimber present? Judge, this is my case. I've had good contact with Mr. Kimber. I expect we should be able to resolve this by plea. If we could hold so I can try to reach him.
Okay, I'll hope for your announcement. Positions 20 and 21, Atlantis, McClendon.
Good afternoon, Judge. Both of those cases are mine. I believe Ms. McClendon is present in court, Judge. If she is either late, but she was aware that she's supposed to be present in court, Judge. So I just ask you to give me an opportunity to call her, see where she's at in transit. But both of those cases will be a plea today, Judge.
Okay,
I just need to complete the DocuSign.
okay, I'll hope for your announcement. Ms.
Thank you,
Helen.
Judge.
Position 22, Carlos Merritt. Yes, good afternoon, Mr. Merritt. This is Mr. Gaither's case.
Mr. Gaither's case, Judge, if we could hold, I'll speak with him in the state and see if we can work that one out today.
Okay, we'll be with you, Mr. Merritt. Thank you, sir. Position 23, Alan Rice.
Judge, I received documentation from Mr. Gaither that Mr. Rice is in custody in New York. I did send that documentation to ASG Reiser. I believe we agreed to continue that case until February. So Judge, if we could get a date out then, he's still in custody out of state.
Okay, we'll further notice it to the next available final plea calendar. We don't have any calendars for next year.
That's fine, Judge. Thank you.
And I'm gonna have your ma'am with the baby. I know that you're here. Would you like to step out? We'll be with you. Ms. Rosenhook knows that you're here, so if you don't mind stepping out with the child, please. Position number 24, Quincy Rogers. Yes, Mr. Rogers. So represented by Mr. Griggs. I'm sorry, so you're represented by Mr. Griggs? Oh, yeah. And is he, I have that, is Mr. Griggs with us this afternoon? Have you spoken to him? No. Do you have his number? Okay, would you mind stepping out and giving him a call to see if he's gonna join us this afternoon, please? Thank you. Have you completed the diversion? It's my understanding that you were going to complete diversion, is that correct?
I'm not sure.
Okay, if you'll step out and speak with your attorney, please. Position 25, Khadijah Shabazz.
Is Ms. Shabazz here? Judge, this is also Mr.
Okay,
Okay, Judge, if we could hold on that, I'll speak with her and report back.
okay, thank you. We'll be with you, Ms. Shabazz. Position 26 and 27, Quintavia Sims.
Yes, Judge, that's going to be my case. I believe Mr. Sims is present in court. That's going to be a non-negotiated plea today, Judge. So whenever the court is ready for that, it won't be DocuSign because there's some things we don't agree on, so we'll be non-negotiated, Judge.
Okay. Thank you. We'll be with you, Mr. Sims.
Thank you, Judge.
Position 28 and 29, Xavier Stevenson.
Your Honor, these are my cases. I'm not sure why Mr. Stevenson isn't here. He's been at all the other court dates. It's been several of them.
Okay,
If we could have a moment after the call of the calendars, I'll try to get all and figure out where he is.
okay, Mr. Quinn, I'll hold for your announcement. That completes the final plea calendar. Let's move on to the show cause calendar. It's my understanding position number one is going to be a plea today, Nicholas Cooper.
Yes, Your Honor, he is on the Zoom and he has completed the DocuSign and sent that all in.
Okay, we'll be with you, Mr. Cooper. Position two, Brandon Dartry. Yes, good afternoon, Mr. Daugherty. Do you have a private attorney representing you in this matter? Would you like to make application for the public defender today?
No, thank you.
Okay, would you like to speak with the solicitor, see what their offer is in the matter?
Yes.
Okay, I'll give you that opportunity. You can speak with Ms. Riser, okay? Position three, Edward Fulton.
Is Mr. Fulton present? Judge, this case was transferred to me at one of the prior status conferences. I haven't had any good contact information. He hasn't reached out to our office. But the court allowed me until today to try to reach him. I haven't been able to.
Okay, if we don't hear from Mr. Fulton by the end of the calendar today, a bench warrant will be issued. Position four, Felicia Johnson.
Judge, this is Mr. Gaither's case, and I have notes that reflect the same announcement I just made. We haven't been able to make contact.
I'll give you until the end of the calendar, otherwise a bench warrant will be issued.
Oh, is Ms. Johnson here? I'm sorry, Judge. Ms. Johnson is present.
Oh, okay,
So if we could hold for my announcement, I will speak with her.
all right. Yes, good afternoon, Ms. Johnson. We'll be with you. Thank you, ma'am. Position five, Curtis McCray. Yes, good afternoon, Mr. McCray. Do you have a private attorney representing you? Do you have an attorney representing you? Would you like to make application for public defender this afternoon? Okay, would you like to speak with the solicitor? Let's see, Mr. McCray, you've been charged case 21CR006434F with one misdemeanor offense. This charge carries with it a maximum penalty of 12 months in jail and or $1,000 fine. I would suggest to you that you have legal representation regarding this. Okay, we'll see. I'll give you the opportunity to make application for the public defender today, okay? We'll be with you, sir. Thank you. Position number six, Brandon Mosley.
Good afternoon, Your Honor. Reginald Green for Mr. Mosley. I just was given information about this hearing, well, this calendar 2 days ago. And my client is trying to zoom in. I wasn't sure about, I didn't know it was a Zoom possibility. He currently said he had some COVID symptoms and he didn't come in person.
Okay,
Possible for him to still zoom in.
of course. Let me
I saw another attorney that I know on the Zoom, and I gave him the information to zoom in.
Mr. Mosley, are you on the line with us?
I've just sent it to him like a couple of seconds ago, Your Honor.
Okay, well, I'll hold for your announcement. In the meantime, Mr. Green, if you would speak with Ms. Riser after the call to the calendar regarding this matter and this report back to the court. Okay, thank you.
Your Honor, I have been speaking with Mr. Green about this case. I can,
Oh, okay.
yes.
Thank you, Ms. Githia. Position seven, Malcolm Williams.
Your Honor, Mr. Williams, who's on the Zoom, he entered a plea in an unrelated case in August of this year, a couple months ago. At that time, this 2016 case popped up. So I did some research into it. It seems that this case had been transferred to the Superior Court and it was never reflected on the Odyssey. He had a burglary case that the indictment he was indicted for at approximately the same time reflects the same arrest date as this case. That case was null processed on March 27th, 2017. Although it doesn't reflect why it was null processed to Mr. Williams. We believe these are the same cases. I've not seen any indication to the contrary. It obviously doesn't show so much as an accusation, much less what happened in this case. There's no discovery, there's no reports, there's nothing. We're just trying to get it all figured out. I think it's the same case that was transferred to Superior Court and then all processed there.
Who's handling this case for the state?
That is my case, Your Honor. Because at first I didn't have access to this case, I didn't get access to it to very recently, and I did have the discovery filed on September 29th. As far as the related charge, I would have to look that up to see if the two are possibly related. I wasn't sure of that.
Would you do that while we're here
Yes.
this afternoon? And maybe Mr. Corn, you and Mr. Corn can get together regarding this and see where we are in the matter.
Yes.
Yes, Your Honor.
Thank you. Let me start in the court that completes the calendars. Is there anyone in the courtroom who did not hear their name or who joined us late? Yes, sir.
Your Honor, I'm sorry, I was slightly late. I was on the hall with my client, number 11 on the final plea calendar, I believe. It's,
Okay.
Mr. Harbin.
Yes.
Should be a negotiated plea today. I
Okay.
don't have plea paperwork, but I can get that going if I get my hands on it.
Okay. So we'll, whose case is this?
Mine, Your Honor.
If we can get Mr. Stein,
Yes.
we can get Mr. Stein the paperwork. So that we can take that plea, okay?
I will get that one.
Is Mr. Harbin with us?
Yes.
Okay, very good. Good afternoon, sir.
Thank you.
All right, whenever you are ready, we will take that plea. Anyone? Who that came in late? Mr. Dixon?
Judge, that's my case. Mr. Dixon is position number 9 on the final plea calendar. And we're asking for a jury trial.
Okay. Mr. Dixon, the next jury trials will not be until first of the year. You'll get notice of the jury trial first of the year, okay?
Yes, sir.
All right, you're free to go unless Ms. Rosenberg has anything else.
We're good, Judge. Thanks for
Okay.
sharing that, Mr. Dixon.
Yes, sir. I'm sorry, I can't hear.
Younger, maybe? Are you,
Okay, that's just.
are you Yada Duggar? Is your name Yada Duggar?
No.
Okay, just sit tight. I'll speak with you in a moment. But it's Mr. Gaither's case. But we could hold for announcement.
Okay, yes. That's Kimber.
That's, yes, Judge, that is position number 19 on the final plea calendar. If we could hold, I believe we can work that out by plea.
Okay, we'll be with you, Mr. Kimber. Okay, let me go to this Zoom. Is there anyone on the Zoom who joined us late or did not hear the name? Okay, doesn't appear so.
Good afternoon. My name is Shaquilla Duffy. I didn't hear my name on the calendar.
Ms. Duffy,
Yes.
okay. We're looking you up, Ms. Duffy. I don't have your name on either one of my calendars this afternoon, so give us a moment and we'll be with you. Okay, so Ms. Rogerson Hoover will be speaking with her clients. Whenever the pleas are ready, I'm ready to take those. Do we have any that are ready to go?
Marquise Campbell should be ready to go, Judge. I know I've got a number of people to speak with, but he's on Zoom and is position 7 on the final plea calendar.
Okay. And while I'm doing that, Ms. Reiser, would you go ahead and speak with those people that need to speak with you, please?
I will.
Thank you. Mr. Campbell, are you with me?
Yes, I'm here.
All right, good afternoon, sir. Can you raise your hand for me? Do you swear affirm the testimony you're about to give before this court be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Correct.
You can place your hand down. Thank you, sir. Ms. Gittier,
Yes, Your Honor, this is Mr. Campbell, correct?
that's correct.
As to the charge of battery, family violence, the state's recommendation is 12 months to serve 3 days. Credit for time served 3 days. The balance is probated to attend the family violence intervention program, to have no contact with the victim, Verde bail, and this can become non-reporting upon completion of the conditions.
Ms. Rosenhoover,
Yes, Judge, we would just ask that the court accepts the negotiated agreement.
Mr. Campbell, it's my understanding that in case 21 CR 001975C, you wish to plead guilty to battery family violence. Is that correct?
Correct.
Under the influence of any drugs or alcohol this afternoon?
Mr. Johnson?
Mr. Campbell, are you under the influence of any drugs or alcohol this afternoon?
No.
You've been represented by counsel. Are you satisfied with your counsel's representation?
Yes.
You understand that you have a right to a trial by jury on this charge, and that by pleading guilty to it, you're giving up your right to a trial by jury?
Correct.
Has anyone forced or coerced you to plead guilty?
No.
I'll accept the plea as negotiated, Mr. Campbell. As soon as you complete the terms, it will go to a non-reporting status, which means that the sooner you get it done, the sooner you won't have to report to probation, and the sooner that you won't have to pay the probation fees. We will get you the where you need to contact probation, if you can do that in the next 2 weeks, okay?
Okay.
Anything further, Ms. Rosen, or Mr. Campbell?
No, Your Honor. And Mr. Campbell, I'll be sure to send you an email with the address of the probation office, okay?
Okay.
All right, you have a good afternoon, sir.
All
Good
right.
afternoon, Judge. How are you?
Good.
Sorry, I'm having problems with my camera, but Miss Duffley is a victim in a case for position 12. That's why she didn't get her name.
Okay, thank you, Ms. Clemens, I appreciate it. So, Ms. Duffy, it's my understanding that Ms. Harshaw is going to be taking a plea this afternoon. So when we get to her, if you would like to have something to say, I'll be happy to hear from you. If you'd like to stay on the line, that's up to you. So it's my understanding that she will be taking a plea to this charge today, okay? Okay,
Is Ms. Duffy, if I can have a moment with her before we do take that plea, Your Honor?
okay.
Also, Your Honor, I inboxed her separately, an update for another matter. So she has an update on another matter.
Okay,
Your Honor, I think all the paperwork's done on position number 6.
okay.
Good job.
Whenever I get the paperwork, I will take that to counsel. Do I have
Thank you, Judge.
the paperwork ready on other cases?
Yes.
Okay, Brandon Bruce. Is this your case also, Ms. Githier?
Yes, Your Honor.
Good afternoon again, Mr. Bruce. Now, can you raise your right hand for me? Do you swear affirm the testimony you're about to give before this court be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, you can place your hand down. Thank you, sir. Ms. Githier?
Yes, Your Honor, 1 second, I apologize. Okay, the state's recommendation for the speeding is a $200 fine for 1 count of DUI, DUI drugs less safe. It is 12 months to serve 3 days, credit for time served 3 days. The balance probated, an $800 fine, 40 hours of community service, alcohol drug evaluation and any required treatment, a risk reduction program, and 1 victim impact panel. The DUI alcohol is less safe is null prost.
Have you submitted that null pros?
I will be doing that momentarily.
Okay. Mr. Berry?
Your Honor, we're asking the court also for a first conviction affidavit. And he lives in Texas. I don't know what the court's procedure is for sending in a report to probation. Kind of a long trip to come all the way back here for probation, so.
He can report by phone.
Great.
Okay.
And also, there's going to be non-reporting upon completion of the conditions.
Okay. And no objection, I'll take it to the first conviction affidavit, Ms. Gittier.
I'm going to look that up just to make sure.
Okay. Mr. Bruce, it's my understanding that in case 21 CR 004406F, you wish to plead guilty to speeding and DUI drugs unsafe, is that correct?
Yes, Your Honor.
Are you under the influence of any drugs or alcohol this afternoon?
No, Your Honor.
You've been represented by counsel. Are you satisfied with his representation?
Yes, Your Honor.
You understand that you have a right to a trial by jury on these charges, and that by pleading guilty to them, you're giving up your right to a trial by jury?
Yes, Your Honor.
Has anyone forced or coerced you to plead guilty?
No, Your Honor.
I'll accept the plea as negotiated. Mr. Bruce will go to a non-reporting status once you complete the term. So the sooner you complete the terms, the sooner you won't be on reporting probation, and the sooner you won't have to pay those fees, okay?
Thank you, Your
I
Honor.
will, Ms. Gittier, have you had the opportunity to find what you need?
It appears that he is eligible.
Okay, so I will get that signed. We'll give you, if we haven't already, where you need to report to probation. If you can call in and report it in the next 2 weeks, okay?
Thank you, Your Honor.
All right, anything further, counsel?
Just the affidavit of first conviction, Judge, I think.
Okay, we'll get that signed, and once you all get that and he gets where he needs to report, you are free to go, okay?
Right.
All
Thank
right,
you, Judge.
talk to you, sir. You're welcome.
Counsel.
Sure. I told him to sit down. I think they took it.
And Judge, I have a quick announcement.
Okay,
Position number 5 on the show cause calendar, Mr. McCray, he does qualify for our services. I'll file an entry of appearance and request discovery. If we could get, I suppose, is the November status calendar, is that full by now? Should we go into December?
yes, November 1st.
That sounds good, Judge.
Okay, November 1st status.
9 a.m.
We'll place him on. Anything further from Mr. McCray this afternoon?
Nope,
All right. It's-
right over here, Judge.
Yes, we'll see you back on November 1st, Mr. McCray. We ready on any other cases? Ms. Helen, are you ready on your cases?
And while we're here, Ms. Githia,
Yes, yes.
hi, this is Sarah. Could you send me recommendations that you have for positions number 10 and number 13 on the final plea calendar? Just whenever you get a chance.
Okay.
Thank you.
Ms. Githia, do you have a note that you, whom else, anyone else you need to speak with?
I need to speak with Ms. Duffy.
Okay, anyone else?
Ms. Duffy is here.
Okay, well, before Ms. Duffy, I have counsel here that I need for you to speak with, I believe.
Oh, yes, Mr. Green.
Yes. Would you like him to call you?
Yes, sir.
And can you place the number you'd like him to call you in the chat, please?
Yes.
And were you able to raise Mr. Mosley, Mr. Green?
Yeah, I was given
My services.
I was given the meeting ID and the password, but he can't, it's not working. So I'm trying to get a link or something for him. He's trying to log in, but he's not able to get in.
Okay, if you give us his email address, I can have a court personnel send him the link.
Okay.
Get my number to Miss Bolton.
I haven't seen you in a few minutes. It's been a while. Good old days of grill. Yeah. So, long since passed. Yeah. Yeah. What's going on?
May I make an announcement?
Yes.
I didn't know if she was holding for my report, Gerald Griggs on behalf of Quincy Rogers. I was delayed in the report in DeKalb County.
Okay. Is it Robinson?
Quincy Rogers.
Oh, Quincy Rogers. Yes, where are we with Mr. Rogers?
I believe, Roger was present, I believe the state, we provided the state with some information, they were gonna make a decision today, so I'm waiting to hear back from the state.
Okay. Whose case, this is position 24 on the final plea calendar, whose case is that?
I'm handling that one, Your Honor.
Okay, would you speak with Mr. Griggs?
I will.
Okay. Ms. Riser will be with you.
Judge, I have an updated announcement
Okay,
on position 17, Mr. Johnson.
yes,
We did discuss the case. I informed him there is not a double jeopardy issue, and he's requested a jury trial.
okay. Mr. Johnson? Yes. Do you plan on hiring counsel to represent you?
I gotta look more into it, but I don't know at the moment.
Okay, well, I would suggest that you do because you're charged with simple battery, obstruction of a law enforcement officer, and battery. Each of these charges carries with it a maximum penalty of a year in custody and $1,000 fine. So your liberty is at jeopardy. So I would suggest that
So is it jeopardy because of the officer involved?
no, it's in jeopardy because of the nature of the charges. Any misdemeanor offense carries with it the possibility of jail time. So
Yeah, Your Honor, like I said, this lady just informed me that the night that this happened, I went to a judge. He gave me 2 years probation and 12 classes of anger management. She's telling me, well, they took me back to Grady and did something else. I don't understand what that means. It's wrong. I've been wrongfully charged. Like I said, I accepted what I did and I did my time, and she's trying to charge me again for the same night.
well, they're gonna have to.
I don't understand that.
They're gonna have.
The justice. Let them talk. No, I was speaking there, sir. I'm sorry. I wouldn't finish speaking. I apologize, Your Honor, if you were saying one.
Okay. I'm trying to do what's best for you, Mr. Johnson, even if I understand that you're frustrated, but they're not dropping the charges. And because they're not dropping the charges, they're gonna have to prove whatever charges they have against you.
Yes, sir.
All right, but you don't sound like you are understanding what the charges are and.
I mean, I understood, it. Yes, sir.
Okay.
I understood because I actually, like I said, I've been through this process with Judge Panos in DeKalb County. What she's saying to me, I already, as a man, I had the responsibility of saying what I did and what I didn't do. We agreed to this already.
Well,
This is happening all
Judge
over.
Panos, Judge Panos is in another jurisdiction. He's in DeKalb County. These charges are in Fulton County. So.
I understand. I'm saying so. I wasn't interrupting you. Something to me. Your Honor, if I interrupted you, I apologize.
Okay, you're fine, Mr. Johnson. So they're not dropping the charges against you is all I'm saying.
Yes, sir. I
You
understand.
you need to figure out what your best course of action is. If you want to handle it on your own, that's totally up to you. And you will, if you do that, you will have the obligation of representing yourself in a jury trial and all the obligations that go along with that. That's all I'm trying to tell you. You can make any arguments that you want to make to the jury, but what I suggest to you is that given that your freedom might be at stake, that you might want to get someone who knows law, who's an actual lawyer, to be able to advocate on your behalf. You understand what I'm saying?
Yes.
So I understand that you're passionate about these charges, but you might want to get someone else to look into them for you. Okay, that's all I'm suggesting for you. I'm also giving you the opportunity to speak with a public defender, and if you qualify for the public defender, they can look into the charges for you and represent you. But that's totally up to you. Okay, so if you want to represent yourself, I can't stop you from doing that, but I just have to make sure that you understand what peril that you're putting yourself in if you decide to do that.
You're saying the maximum will be 2 years? I would have to serve in jail?
You've got 3 charges, so the maximum would be 3 years. You're charged in case 20 CR 002597F with simple battery, obstruction of a law enforcement officer, and battery. If you want me to read you those accusations, I'm happy to do so this afternoon. You want me to read you what you're accused of and when you were accused?
Sorry, 3 different charges.
3 different charges, sir.
You want from 2 to 3? No, you don't have to read it. I don't want nobody in my business.
Okay, have a seat and I'll have them printed out and I'll read them to you, okay?
No, I don't want you to read.
Oh, you don't want me to read them to you?
I'm good. I'm gonna go ahead and do the trial thing. I just had to find some representation on the outside.
Okay, so you don't want to seek the assistance of a public defender?
Nah.
Okay, I don't know what would be the harm. If you qualify, then they can help you. If you don't.
The God's gonna be with me. I know what I did and I didn't do. I just represent myself. If worst comes to worst, I'll be home. I ain't kill nobody. I'll be all right because I know I'm a good person. I know what happened and what I did, and I know what I accepted. And that's not fair. But like I said, I'll be able to speak in front of 12 jurors when it's board door time.
Okay, and I'm happy to give you that opportunity to do so. I'm going to further notice your case for trial. That trial won't be until the first of the year sometime. You'll get notification at that time, okay?
Thank you, sir.
You're welcome. You have any other questions for me?
No, sir. May I be excused?
Yes, have a good day.
And Your Honor, can we just note, if he is going to be representing himself just prior to trial, we'll request a Feretta hearing.
Okay.
Just shouldn't speak to you. Yeah, that's a good idea.
Okay. Which one? Okay. Are we ready for Nicholas Cooper?
I'm ready. Mr. Cooper's online.
Okay, and who's handling this case? Is this Miss? I think Miss.
I do apologize, Your Honor. I was on the phone with Mr. Green.
Okay, are you?
Which case are we talking about?
We're talking about number 1 on the show cause calendar, Nicholas Cooper.
Yes, that is mine.
Okay, are we ready to take that plea?
Yes.
Good afternoon again, Mr. Cooper. Can you raise your right hand for me? The other right hand. Do you swear affirm the testimony you're about to give before this court be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, you can put your hand down. Thank you, Mr. Cooper. Yes, Ms. Githia.
For the charge of loitering or prowling and obstruction of law enforcement, it is 12 months to serve 2 days, credit for time served 2 days, and the balance is suspended.
And that is my understanding of the agreement, Your Honor.
All right. Mr. Cooper, it's my understanding that in case 20 CR 005021C, you wish to plead guilty to loitering and prowling and obstruction of a law enforcement officer. Is that correct?
Yes, Your Honor.
Are you under the influence of any drugs or alcohol this afternoon?
No, Your Honor.
You can represent it by counsel. Are you satisfied with his representation?
Yes, Your Honor.
You understand that you have a right to a trial by jury on these charges, and that by pleading guilty to them, you're giving up your right to a trial by jury?
Yes, Your Honor.
Has anyone forced or coerced you to plead guilty?
No, Your Honor.
I'll accept the plea as negotiated. Good luck to you, Mr. Cooper.
You too, Your Honor. Thank you. May I be excused?
Anything further?
Nothing from me.
Okay, yes, sir. You have a good afternoon. You're excused.
You too, sir. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Thank you, Your Honor.
I have a few announcements if the court's ready, Judge.
I'm ready, Ms. Helen. Go ahead.
I apologize. Let me get the right calendar. For position number 18, Judge, Miss Tiara Jones. I've spoken with Miss Jones a bit further in the hallway. She is no longer accepting that offer from the state. We are going to request a jury trial at this time.
No, that's all. Just read it as all there.
Okay, whose case is this?
On the final plea, Judge, I apologize. Position 18.
No. I'm asking the solicitor's office whose case it is.
That's mine, Your Honor. Position 18.
Okay, can we put the offer on the record, please? It appears that Ms. Jones is not accepting the plea offer, so
Okay.
I take it that, as you all normally do, you withdraw your offer, so I want to make sure that she understands what your state's position is going to be and what the offer currently is.
Yes, Judge, the offer that has, if she's rejecting it, obviously it will be withdrawn. Plea to terroristic threats, 12 months of probation, 12 anger management classes, no further contact with the victim.
This is coming.
Yeah.
Red alert.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was me too. So I apologize, Judge.
Apparently everybody but me. What the hell, man? Outrageous.
I'll repeat the offer, Your Honor. It will be, the negotiated agreement offer was to plead to terroristic threats and criminal trespass. The recommended sentence for terroristic threats would have been 12 months of probation, 12 anger management classes as approved by probation, no further contact with the victim, and stay away from the incident location. And criminal trespass will just be 12 months of probation to run concurrent with the terroristic threats. State would have had no objection to non-reporting after the anger management was completed.
Okay, it's my understanding, Ms. Helen, that Ms. Jones does not wish to accept the state's offer.
That's correct, Judge, and we'd like to be put down for a jury trial calendar.
Okay. Ms. Jones will further notice you to the next jury trial calendar. You'll get notice, ma'am. Okay. Ms. Helen, do you need Ms. Jones for anything else this afternoon?
No, Judge.
Ms. Jones, you're free to go.
My next announcement, Judge, I had submitted the documents for position 12, Ms. Portia Harshaw.
Yes.
And I'm ready whenever the court's ready.
Where is Ms.
She's
Harshaw?
present. Oh.
Okay, if you'll come up to the podium, Ms. Harshaw.
Actually, on that one, Your Honor, if I can speak with Ms. Duffy first before we take that plea.
Okay, can we take the plea first, Ms. Githia, and then you speak with Ms. Duffy so we can?
Well, Ms. Duffy is the victim in this case, Your Honor.
Oh, okay, all right.
So.
Ms. Duffy, are you on with us?
Judge, I thought it was Jemiah Duffy. Is that the Duffy who's on?
Yes.
Okay, so if we can place Ms. Githia and Ms. Duffy into a breakout room, please.
Good afternoon, Your Honor. Again,
Yes,
our client is Zoom now, Brandon Nelson.
okay. And
I spoke with Ms. Gathia. We got an announcement when she comes back.
okay,
Thank you.
That's important.
Miss Duffy, I've sent you a Zoom breakout room invite. You have to join it.
The only way you can do it is because you go crazy and try to mix them up. I'm impressed with how open it's right?
It's weird because I don't have an HL class.
That's all. One of your James.
Top.
James is ghost. I forget how it's you.
Yeah, that's funny. I'm familiar.
I don't know why they got.
hey, welcome in. Good, how's it going?
It's fine.
Genuinely.
It's fine.
I've got a stack, okay.
Nothing is quite as bad as reading that or Instagram.
Okay, so check and make sure. Because clearly I can't spell. And I'm like, oh, it's the IT, it's the IT.
Can I ask you a question? No, do something tomorrow, or also, is it gonna be done by Zoom? Do that one?
Is it, what time is it? Is it at 9 or is it at 1:30?
I think it's 9 o'clock.
If it's at 9, on the status calendar, that can be done via Zoom.
1:30.
1:30 is in person, usually. Unless there's like already a negotiated agreement worked out and the paperwork submitted, then sometimes judge may let you do Zoom. But usually final pleas are all in person.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, good to see you.
Oh,
Okay.
I apologize, Judge. Were we still able to take Ms. Harshaw's plea?
As soon as Ms. Githier is ready.
I apologize. I'm so sorry.
You're fine. I just got back on and I was just seeing if Ms. Duffy has also gotten back on.
And would Ms. Duffy like to be heard this afternoon, Ms. Githier?
She stated that she did not want to be heard, but if she's here, we can ask her again just to make sure.
Okay.
She hasn't joined back into the main session yet. I just requested she join back from the breakout room now.
Are you waiting? With the layout office.
Mhm. Okay, let's see. And where's Ms. Harshaw? Okay, come on up, Ms. Harshaw. Good afternoon again, ma'am.
Good afternoon.
Can you raise your right hand for me? Do you swear or affirm the testimony you're about to give before this court be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes.
Okay, just put your hand down. Thank you, ma'am. Ms. Githier?
Is there a victim?
Yes, Your Honor. For the charge of simple battery, the state's recommendation is 12 months to serve 1 day, credit for time served 1 day, the balance probated, 12 anger management classes as approved by probation, no contact with the victim, Jemiah Duffy, and to complete 40 hours of community service. And she is eligible for first offender.
Okay.
I think there was a question of whether there was a.
And yes, Your Honor.
Hold on, Miss Helen, just a moment. Ms. Duffy?
Yes,
This is your
Yes.
opportunity. This is your opportunity to address the court. If you would like to address the court, I have to have you raise your right hand for me, but you don't have to address the court if you choose not to.
okay, I'm good. I don't want to address the court. That's fine.
Okay, thank you, ma'am. Yes, Ms. Helen.
Yes, Your Honor, that is our understanding of the plea. It is under first offenders. We are asking that that be notated on the final disposition and judgment form, Judge, for this case. But we ask this court to accept the plea as negotiated. Ms. Harshaw is a new parent. She's not currently working, Judge. I just ask that at least the first 2 months of the probation fees be waived, just to help Ms. Harshaw during this probation period.
Ms. Harshaw working?
She's
Not right. Not right now, Your Honor. I'm still on maternity leave.
Okay. Anything further before I take the plea?
No, Judge, nothing from the defense.
Ms. Harshaw, it's my understanding that in case 21 CR 005902F, you wish to plead guilty to simple battery, is that correct?
Yes.
Are you under the influence of any drugs or alcohol this afternoon?
No, Your Honor.
You've been represented by counsel. Are you satisfied with her representation?
Yes.
You understand that you have a right to a trial by jury on this charge, and by pleading guilty to it, you're giving up your right to a trial by jury?
Yes.
Anyone forced or coerced you to plead guilty?
No.
I'll accept the plea as negotiated. Ms. Harshaw, let's see, I'll waive 2 months of the probation fees to help you get and stay on your feet. And when you complete the terms of the probation, it'll go, I'm gonna have it terminate. So the sooner you get it done, the sooner you're not gonna be on probation and the sooner you're not gonna have to pay fees, okay?
Okay,
I will sign that affidavit of first offender. We'll give you where you need to go to report for probation. I'll ask that you report in the next 2 weeks.
okay.
Any questions for me?
No, Your Honor.
All right, so if you'll just have a seat, we'll get you all the paperwork that you need, okay?
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. Anything further, Ms. Helen?
No, Judge, thank you so much.
Yes, ma'am, you can. Have a good day. Any further announcements?
Yes, Judge. We have an announcement on, Mr. Gray's client position 24, Mr. Rogers. This is going to be a diversion agreement. They just signed the form. We submitted it. We're only requesting him to take 1 class. I would probably say maybe 60 days out. Notice it
Okay. October.
for a final plea or a status.
That's right.
Yeah, probably. January 3rd. He'll reach out and our coordinator will reach out.
Okay.
When once he completes it, we can submit him.
Is that final plea calendar?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, January 3rd, final plea.
We've also submitted paperwork, Your Honor, for position 11, Mr. Harbin.
Okay. And so counsel, Mr. Griggs, as soon as you get what you need, you and Mr. Rogers are excused. Have a good day. Did you have an announcement, Mr. Green?
I'm sorry, y'all.
Did you have an announcement?
Yes, I was trying to get Ms. Kathia's attention. This is for,
Mostly?
yeah, Brandon Mosley. He's on the Zoom, yard. We were talking through some issues with the case and we agreed that we should ask for a continuance for 1 more status so we can try to iron things out.
Okay. You get everything you need and done by January 3rd?
January 3rd, is that the date that we would come back here on?
That's a status calendar, January 3rd.
Check really quick, just a second.
And Judge, while he's checking, do we need reset notice or are we just free to go?
You're free to go.
Thank you.
January 3rd, January 3rd, we'll be fine.
Okay. We'll reset you for January 3rd status calendar.
That's the only business we have. Maybe you excuse you.
Yes, have a good day. And Mr. Mosley, if you're on the line with me and can hear me, you're free to go also.
Okay, thank you, Your Honor.
You're welcome.
I'm sorry, Your Honor, will that be in person or is that Zoom as well?
You can be over the Zoom for the status. If you do come to terms in the case, if you can make sure to get the paperwork done before, if it's gonna be a plea on that date, if you'll get the paperwork done and to the court, then you can be over Zoom. If it's going to be a plea and you don't have the paperwork, then you're gonna have to come to court.
Understood. Thank you, Your Honor.
Okay? All right. You all have a good day.
Thank you.
Any other announcements?
So I'm free to go?
Yes, Mr. Mosley, you're free to go. Have a good day, sir.
I take it easy. Peace, family.
And let's see, are we ready on Mr. Harbin?
Yes, Your Honor.
Mr. Harbin? Okay. And whose case is this? I'm sorry. From the state? Is this your case, Ms. Githia?
Yes, it is.
Good afternoon again, Mr. Harbin. Can you raise your right hand for me? Do you swear affirm the testimony you're about to give before this court be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, you can put your hands down. Thank you, Ms. Githia.
Yes, Your Honor, 1 second. The state's, as to following For the DUI, it is 12 months to serve 24 hours, the balance probated, a $600 fine, 40 hours of community service, alcohol drug evaluation and any required treatment, the risk reduction program, 1 victim impact panel, and the restitution is to be determined. For following too closely, it will merge.
Okay, and it's less safe?
Correct.
Yes, counsel?
Yes, Judge, that is the understanding of what the terms were. We would ask the court to accept that it is a first lifetime. It occurred about 4 years ago. I can assure you the restitution was resolved by way of insurance, but certainly that can be left open in case there is an issue at the state's request. We would ask that the court or the clerk sign a affidavit of first conviction. He is eligible for that.
Okay. Any objection, Ms. Githia?
No objection.
Mr. Hartman, it's my understanding that in case 21 CR 003709F, you wish to plead guilty to DUI less safe, is that correct?
Yes, Your Honor.
Are you under the influence of any drugs or alcohol this afternoon? You've been represented by counsel. Are you satisfied with your representation?
Yes, Your Honor.
You understand that you have a right to a trial by jury on this charge, and by pleading guilty to it, you're giving up your right to a trial by jury?
Yes, Your Honor.
Has anyone forced or coerced you to plead guilty?
Yes, sir.
I'll accept the plea as negotiated. Mr. Hartman, let's see. I will sign the affidavit, first conviction. Once you complete the terms of the probation, it can go to a non-reporting status. So the sooner you get that done, the sooner you won't have to report to probation, and the sooner you won't have to pay those fees. We will give you where you need to report to probation today, if you'll report in the next 2 weeks, okay? All right, so if you just have a seat, we'll get you that paperwork, okay?
Thank you, Your Honor.
Anything further? Okay, good luck to you, sir. Any further announcements at this time?
Yeah, Judge. On the sheriff college calendar, Malcolm Williams, number 7. We're going out, we'd like to use separate bench trial.
Okay, Ms. Githia. This is your case.
Possession 7, he said he wanted the bench trial.
Is there any objection?
No objection.
Okay, that will be noted. Bench trials will be December 13th.
That's great.
Okay, it's Mr. Williams in court with us.
He is on Zoom.
He's on Zoom. Mr. Williams, on December 13th, you're going to have to be present in court. That's G33. Your counsel will let you know where that is. We'll see you for your bench trial on December 13th. If Mr. Williams is not needed anymore, I'm going to release him. All right, Mr. Williams, have a good afternoon, sir.
All right, thank you.
You're welcome. Any other announcements?
Yes, Judge. On position number 19 on the final plea calendar, we're prepared for a plea on Mr. Kimber's case. I just sent the finalized documents to the state.orca email. And I am still waiting on recommendation from Ms. Githia regarding Mr. Gaither's cases, but I'm trying to talk to everybody as fast as I can.
Okay, thank you. Has anyone spoken with Mr. Doherty yet? Position number 2, Ms. Reiser.
If he can give the clerk his number, I can give him a call.
Okay, do you have a phone on you, sir? Okay, can you give us your number so that the solicitor you can step out and she'll give you a call, okay?
Who am I giving it to?
No, they don't want to be here. Okay, so I did talk to both of these people. Yeah. There we go. You do it. You do the magic touch.
I sent the Nullipros over to Miss Bolton on Brandon Bruce.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Oh, okay, I'm sorry.
You put it, whatever you put in front of my face, Mr. George. You doing all right this afternoon?
Oh, yes, please.
Ms. Bolton, do you have that we reset position 23?
No, it's gonna be further notice because February, it could be subject to pay.
Okay,
So we're just gonna do further notice on.
okay, thank you.
Correct. Oh, it's for us, you know, they.
Ready and pushing next to me.
Okay,
Camera, please.
okay.
So I can.
Good afternoon, Mr.
How you doing? How you doing, Your Honor?
Doing well. Thank you. Can you raise your right hand for me? Do you swear from the testimony you're about to give before this court will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes, sir.
You can put your hand down. Thank you, sir. Ms. Reiser?
Yes, Your Honor. The defendant is going to be entering a guilty plea to count one. The state's recommended sentence is 12 months of probation, 100 hours of community service, a $1,000 fine, 2 victim impact panels, and a defensive driving course. Your Honor, I can either give you a factual basis or ask Ms. Rosen if she would like to stipulate to one. I don't know what the court prefers.
We'll stipulate to the factual basis, Judge.
Okay.
And just for record purposes, Your Honor, the victim's family has been notified. We discussed the whole case with them. They didn't wish to be present today, but they are aware that Mr. Kimber is pleading today. So I just
Okay.
wanted that to be clear for the record.
And they're aware of the recommended sentence.
Yes, Judge, they are aware of the recommended sentence as specifically outlined.
Okay. Ms. Rosenberg?
Judge, we would ask that the court accepts this negotiated agreement. Mr. Kimber and I have had discussions about the incident, how it's affected him. He deeply regrets what happened, expresses his condolences to the family, and is just looking forward to moving forward with his life, Judge, and doing what he needs to do on probation.
Okay. Mr. Kimber, it's my understanding that in case 19 CR 009914G, you wish to plead guilty to homicide by vehicle second degree. Is that correct?
Correct.
Are you under the influence of any drugs or alcohol this afternoon?
No, sir, I'm not.
You've been represented by counsel. Are you satisfied with her representation?
Greatly.
You understand that you have a right to a trial by jury on this charge, and if by pleading guilty to it, you're giving up your right to a trial by jury?
Correct.
Did anyone force or coerce you to plead guilty?
No, sir, Your Honor.
I'll accept the plea as negotiated. Mr. Kimber, when you complete the terms of the probation, it will go to a non-reporting status. So the sooner you get the terms done, the sooner you won't have to report to probation, and the sooner you won't have to pay those fines, okay?
Yes, sir.
Those fees. See, we will, if we have not already, give you where you need to report to probation, and I'll ask that you do that within the next 2 weeks, okay?
Yes, sir, Your Honor.
All right.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome, sir. Anything further, Ms. Rosenhuber?
No, Your Honor, thank you.
All right, and does he already have the information that he needs?
I have this. If we could just get a copy, I'll send it with him, Judge.
Okay, and then you're free to go, sir.
All right. Thank you, Your Honor. Have a great day.
You too.
Judge, is there anyone else? I wasn't, I didn't hear the announcement that there's anyone else that needs to talk with the state waiting.
Okay, is there anyone else that needs to speak with a solicitor this afternoon? I know a number of people are waiting to speak with the public defender. Anyone need a solicitor?
How you doing? Excuse me, can you hear me?
I can hear you, sir. Can you activate your camera for me?
Yeah, hold on. Give me 1 second.
Even safe here. I hope he said like nothing happened to him.
How you doing? My name is Carolyn Commodore. I'm a victim in a case. A solicitor reached out to me and told me to come here.
Okay, and you, Dominic, heard you're here in that case?
Yes, sir.
Okay, and who asked you to be here this afternoon?
I don't recall her name. I just know that they are with the solicitor's office.
Okay, so probably a victim advocate. Ms. Clemens, are you with me? We are holding for an announcement on that case. So if you would like to hold on for a moment for me, I'll have the victim advocate or someone speak with you. Is there someone that can speak with?
Judge, I'll reach out and speak to her. This is Miss Jackson.
Okay, Ms. Jackson, if you can, if you want to be placed into a breakout room, I'm happy to do that.
I can give her a call. I have her contact information.
Okay, so someone's going to give you a call, okay?
Okay, so you want me to leave off of here?
Yeah, if you're on a device that doesn't accept calls, yes, you'll need to log out and log back in if you choose, okay? But someone will be calling you.
Okay, all right, bye.
Okay, so I think that we're waiting on a number of pleas from Ms. Helen, and we're also waiting for Ms. Rosen. To speak with some of her clients. I have a number that need to be reported on, Rosen Hoover. So we'll wait for their announcements, court being recessed. Do you have an announcement, Ms. Rosen Hoover?
Yes, Judge, for position number 22 on the final plea calendar, Mr. Carlos Mera. I've spoken with him and with Ms. Riser. If we could just get the November 1st final plea date. Because of what the offer is, I'm not comfortable taking the plea myself. I'd rather Mr. Gaither do it. And Ms. Riser has agreed to hold the offer that we negotiated open.
Okay. November 1st, final plea for position number 22, Mr. Carlos Merritt. Is Mr. Merritt in court with us?
Yes.
Okay, yes, Mr. Merritt. We'll see you back on November 1st, okay? All right, have a good afternoon, sir. Thank you.
And Your Honor, if I could get Mr. Doherty's phone number, I can give him a call.
Mr. Githia, please check your email.
Oh, my apologies.
No worries.
Judge, another announcement for position number 13, Ms. Dominique Heard. She and her child are present here in court. We're requesting a jury trial.
Okay. This case will be further notice to a jury trial. You'll get notice of that. It won't be until the first of the year sometime. So we'll see you back on sometime first of the year, ma'am.
And Judge, I have a few announcements if the court's ready.
Okay, yes.
Judge, we're ready on position 26 as a non-negotiated plea. Also, there is position 27 for Mr. Sims. That has not been on an Orca calendar other than today. I would like an opportunity to research that case more to see what's happening in it, Judge, because that was the first time that case has been on the calendar in Orca.
Do you want to hold these cases to dispose of them at the same time, or do you want to go ahead with the plea on the carrying a concealed weapon and theft of service?
Well, I don't have an offer for the position 27, Judge. So I don't know if we'd be able to do that today.
No, I said, would you like to, if you want to do them at the same time, I'd reset both the cases. If you want to take one today and hold off on the obstruction, I'm happy to do that, whatever your pleasure is.
No, Judge, let's take them together. If I could get a reset so both of them can be heard together and I can get an offer in position 27, and maybe it may be a global resolution to position 26 too. I'm not sure.
Okay, so December 6th, final plea calendar, Ms. Helen?
That's awesome, Judge. That works for me. And I believe Mr. Sims is currently present in court.
Mr. Sims? Yes, sir. So, we will give Ms. Helen the opportunity to research the second charge against you. We'll see you back on December sixth, okay? All right, y'all have a good day.
And my last announcement, Judge, for position 20 and 21, I've spoken to Ms. McClendon as recently as today. I do not know why she's not present in court right now today, Judge. I tried to call her and I can get no contact with her. Judge, can we have a reset?
She's here. Yes.
Well, Judge, if she could she step in the hallway and answer my phone call for me?
Okay, Ms. McClendon, Ms. Helen's gonna call you, okay?
And Judge, I'll have an announcement for those two cases in just a second here.
Okay, thank you.
And along those same lines, Judge, Xavier Stevenson in the courtroom. You are there. Sampson. I'll confer with Mr. Stevenson.
Okay, thank you. Okay, we'll be in recess until council rejoins.
Judge, 1 second.
Oh, yes, sir.
Lord, he went to mandatory training, Mr. Franklin, but he said the state didn't have an officer to do. And I got there late, I didn't want to interrupt, I ain't said that.
Okay, tell me your name again, sir, I'm sorry.
Howard.
Mr. Howard?
Howard. But it's like my fourth time thing.
Is it John Howard? Okay, Mr. Howard, you're represented, as I understand it, by Mr. Gaither. So we'll get one of the public defenders to talk with you today, okay? Okay, we'll be in recess until one of the attorneys returns. Yes? Okay, if you need my attention, I'm not gonna need for you to, to either stand up or let me know. I don't know if you, what's your name? Say it again? Jones? Johnson? Okay, yes, ma'am.
I just don't know anything. I don't know what's going on or anything. I think it's.
Okay, so Ms. Johnson, she is number 4 on the show cause calendar. You are also represented by Mr. Gaither, so I'm going to have one of the public defenders speak with you today, okay?
Thank you.
I apologize, Ms. Reiser. I just chatted you in the Zoom.
Okay.
I apologize.
CR. phone. They got it. Hold on 1 second.
Judge, a brief announcement on the final plea calendar.
Okay,
Mr. Duggar, position number 10, is present. I've spoken with him and conveyed the state's plea recommendation. It's my understanding that Mr. Gaither got discovery on Thursday of last week. And I don't believe he's had an opportunity to go through all of it with his client. I would request another final plea date, Judge. I just don't want Mr. Duggar to feel pushed into it today, but it doesn't seem that he wants to announce, ready for trial.
okay, final plea on November 1st.
That'd be great, Judge. Thank you so much.
Okay. Is Mr. Duggar with me?
He is, he's in orange.
Okay, we'll see you back on November 1st, Mr. Duggar.
We'll see you on November 1st.
Okay, I got it.
You're okay. We'll see you back on November 1st. Okay, Mr. Gaither will reach. Okay, take care.
Yeah, Ms. Rosen, can I go through with you who I have that you still need to speak with, or
Please, Judge, yes.
position number 13, no, we've already dealt with them. Position 14 and 15, John Howard is in the courtroom with us.
Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry, Mr. Howard. Yes.
Okay, position number 25.
Yes, I did
you
just,
hold on.
yes, I think that could be a plea today. However, she does have childcare. I need to speak with Ms. Reiser and see how quickly we could get it pled.
Okay, and position number 4 on the show cause calendar.
I am waiting on a recommendation from Ms. Giffy Aya on that case. I sent her an email.
Okay, so those are the 3 cases that I have
Yeah,
for you.
I'll speak with Mr. Howard now. And then I'm still waiting to hear back from the solicitor for Ms. Johnson. I know that she's a relatively new client for Mr. Gaither, but she
Okay.
said she might want to try to work it out.
Okay, that's fine.
I'll report back, Judge.
All right, and then I have that Ms. Helena speaking to positions 20 and 21. And
Yep.
Ms. Reiser, did you speak with Mr. Darty?
No, Your Honor, I believe Ms. Githia did on the phone.
Oh, okay, yes.
Yes, I did. I'm gonna send him the plea documents.
Okay, so he's going to take a plea today?
Yes.
Okay, very good. And is he on the Zoom call? Or is he in person?
He's in person. He may be out in the hall.
Okay.
Thank you. You're getting a doctor's sign.
Oh,
That was when I'm happy to. I've done that. Sorry. Judge, for 28 and 29 on final plea calendar, Mr. Stevenson, he did appear, for him, so those were very thoughtful.
Okay,
Probably we tried several, they're gonna be trial.
all right, so position 28, 29, Mr. Stevenson, we will reset those cases for jury trial. Do you have everything you need?
I do.
Okay, all right, so, yes, sir, we'll see you back. Our first jury trial calendar, will probably be sometime first of the year, so you'll get notification sometime first of the year, so. Okay, have a good day.
And I'll go help Sarah.
Okay, thank you, appreciate it.
Larry, will you let Sarah know I'm sending that plea paperwork now? Via DocuSign.
What's that?
Just tell Sarah I'm sending the plea paperwork now. Oh, okay, so I didn't even see it. Oh, yeah. Thank you.
And Judge, we're ready on positions 20 and 21, whenever the court's ready.
Yes, Ms. Helen.
And that's 20 and 21 of the final plea calendars. I apologize, Judge, and my video was off. Ms. McClendon is position 20 and 21. I believe she's walking back into the courtroom now, Judge.
Yes.
I have entered in the paperwork for, I believe, one. I think I'm just waiting for the DocuSign for the other case, but Judge, these will both be pleas.
Okay.
And I have negotiated with the state that this is a time served offer for both of these cases. It'll be 2 years of probation, reporting probation, with all of the fines and the classes. We just asked, Judge, because Miss McClendon has been coming to court for a very long time about these cases. She does have 4 children and she is working full time. Just for the first 2 months, just for her to get balanced with the DUI reporting probation, if 2 months of those probation fees can be waived.
Okay. So who is
That's mine, Your Honor.
okay, so you'll get Miss Helen what paperwork she needs so that we can get that plea ready.
I've already sent that paperwork to her, Your Honor.
Okay.
So Miss Helen, let me know when you're ready.
Yep, we're ready on position 21, Judge.
So have you gotten the paperwork back to Miss Bolton on both those cases?
No, Judge, give me 1 second. I apologize.
Okay. Did Mr. Brandon Doherty come back in? Mr. Doherty, did you, have you gotten the paperwork?
I'm still waiting on that. I keep refreshing my email, but I haven't gotten it.
I'm about to give it to you in just 1 second.
Okay, thank you.
And Ms. Riser, I just messaged you if you, yeah.
I'm sorry, Patrice, I'll send, or Miss Helen, I'll send it right now.
No problem.
Thank you.
Daughtery, it should pop up on his email now.
don't think so, but I'm fine doing that. Okay. Yeah, and she's on. When they print it out. And just know. So all you have on there is 12 months probation. Yeah. So I'll just plead guilty to count one. To count one. Okay. Yeah, I'll sign my name, but I'm just missing that.
And Judge, while I'm here, on the show cause calendar, Miss Felicia Johnson is position number 4. That's Mr. Gaither's case. If we could get the December status date, for him to be able to speak with her. The only reason we're not asking for November is because Johnson does have prior obligations on the 1st of November. But if there's a different November status date, she's open to that as well.
There's a January 3rd status date. Will that work?
It would, or December would work as well. We don't need to push it out quite that far. I don't know if
I have I don't know if I have a status calendar. I have a final pay calendar on December 6th.
But I'm sorry,
Is there?
You have a status on that or no?
Oh, we're all.
Okay, perfect. January is good then, Judge. Thank you.
Okay, so January 3rd status.
January. And what was that date?
January 3rd.
January 3rd. Okay.
Okay.
Sounds good.
That's
Thank
okay.
you.
Is Ms. Johnson with us? Okay, have a good day, Ms. Johnson.
Okay.
So. Nah. I know my email address. I just need one from Mr. Stevenson too. That was a jury trial. See, that one's bench.
Yes.
However he normally does it.
Okay.
No, not necessary.
I'll go ahead and sign it.
Sure. Probably just need one.
Oh, okay. All right. Okay, so let me. So we can hold it. This is what date is this gonna be?
But that's just the bond because it's releasing liability.
Okay. When they come, just give these to me.
Okay.
So, then I'll. Yeah, let me just hear from her, and then I'll sign it.
Okay.
When I hear from her. Okay. I
You know
hope
what
she
to
was here.
say about that.
Okay, thank you. I appreciate it.
Still waiting for recommendations.
Okay. So, January. Okay. You can see Steve.
So she wants her to go get her kids, but I think once she has them, she'll be able to focus on the work. I didn't leave it as this, someone is dropping them off outside of Chicago Street. In the platform. Right. I think she does one around. Okay. Sorry, we might be.
She hasn't gotten back from them.
I got you. Right. You good?
And Judge, I've sent those documents for positions 21 and 20.
Yes, so the January 3rd. My name.
Okay, I'll take the pleas whenever I receive the paperwork. Ms. Helen,
Yes, Judge.
are we ready to take the plea?
Yes, Judge. I've completed both of them. I wondered when we.
No, I have them.
Okay.
Okay, and Ms. McClendon, you'll come up to the podium, please, ma'am. Good afternoon, ma'am. Can you raise your right hand for me? Do you swear affirm the testimony you're about to give before this court be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
I did.
Okay, you can put your hand down. Thank you. Yes, Ms. Riser.
Thank you, Judge. In regards to position 20, the defendant will be entering a guilty plea to 1 count of DUI alcohol less safe. The state's recommended sentence is 12 months to serve 24 hours. Credit for time served, 24 hours, no additional jail time, balance to be on probation, a $300 fine, 40 hours of community service, an alcohol drug evaluation, and any treatment if deemed necessary, 1 risk reduction, and 1 victim impact panel. She'll also be entering a guilty plea to count 2, disorderly conduct. State's recommended sentence is 12 months of probation to run consecutive to count 1 for a total of 24 months probation with the outlined conditions. In regards to position 21, Ms. McClendon will also be entering a guilty plea to count 1 DUI alcohol less safe. The state's recommended sentence is 12 months to serve 72 hours. Credit for time served, 72 hours, no additional jail time. Balance is to be on probation with a $1,000 fine, 240 hours of community service, an alcohol drug evaluation, and any treatment if deemed necessary, 1 risk reduction, 1 victim impact panel. I'm sorry, let me correct that, Your Honor. In regards to the DUI less safe count, instead of the $1,000 fine, it's actually a $500 fine in regards to that count. In regards to count 2, the defendant will be pleading guilty to possession of open container, and that is a statutory $200 fine. Position 21, case pending in 4660F will run concurrent to position 20. The total sentence on both of her cases is 24 months to serve 72 hours. Credit for time served, 72 hours, balance on probation, a $1,000 fine, 280 hours of community service, 1 alcohol drug evaluation and any treatment, 1 risk reduction, and 1 victim impact panel, Your Honor.
And Judge, that is our understanding of that current offer. And I believe at least for position 20, Ms. McClendon does qualify for the affidavit of first conviction, Judge. And I just wanted to see if she qualified. Because that one's her first DUI and position 21 is her second. I didn't know if she still qualified.
I don't think she will, Your Honor. I mean, she would qualify if it was her first and only, but when DDS gets the conviction for her second and 10, I believe that will disqualify her from driving. And I believe DDS may require an ignition interlock.
Okay, well, she's gonna have to check with DDS regarding that, Ms. Helen.
Understood, Judge. Ms. McClendon, do you have any questions about that?
Yes, I have 2 special needs kids and I'm a single parent. I have no support system and I have to pick them up whenever they call, unless, and that's my only means of transportation to get around. And I have 4 kids. And so I'm constantly driving all day, every day. I'm in the process of moving, so we ain't got rid of everything. So I'm constantly going to the store for food. I have no way to get around.
I don't know how much leeway the court has in that, Ms. Helen. That's up to driver services. So she is going to have to check with driver services, even if she did qualify for the affidavit of first offender. She's got a second one, and she wouldn't qualify for the second one. As such, whatever the requirements of DDS, and that will be for you to advise her, not the court.
Mm-hmm. And so, Ms. McClendon, would you still like this offer?
You might want to, I think that she, given her situation, if it's okay with the state, I wouldn't mind continuing this at least for a short period of time so that you could look into what her situation would be as far as driving. So if you could contact DDS on her behalf and find out what what her situation would be before she takes this plea, because I would not, I wanted her to be fully informed before going forward. So if it's all right to the state, if you wouldn't mind holding your recommendations pending Ms. Helen looking into that. How long do you think it would take you to look into that, Ms. Helen?
I was gonna say the next shortest court date, the November 1st,
I don't even have to wait till November 1st. I'm on the bench tomorrow. I'm on the bench all week next week for Orca with the jury trials. I could certainly slip it in next week sometime and take a plea. So why don't we do this? Why don't we reset this for, yes, ma'am.
Excuse me, I'm in the process of moving too. It's just me, I move on the 15th, so, I
Okay.
have
You have,
yeah, and I've gotten rid of everything, so I was starting over once I moved, so I wanted to know if I could have just a little bit more time.
okay, so you're moving on the 15th?
Yes, of this month.
Well, Miss Helen should be able to find out by next Tuesday whether or not what your situation is going to be and contact you. So that this wouldn't fall in with you moving. If you could, if you all do work it out, you want to come back next Tuesday, and I can take the plea next Tuesday if that's to your satisfaction, and then that wouldn't interfere with your movement. I know you have a lot going on at this point in time. So can you get that? Are you able to get that done by next Tuesday, Ms. Helen?
yes, Judge, I can have it done before Tuesday and follow up with the court and be ready by next Tuesday, possibly if Ms. McClendon wanted to accept the plea.
Take a minute, ma'am. I mean, just have a seat for a moment for me, okay? Just have a seat.
And Judge, we are ready for position number 25 on the final plea calendar. I just sent those documents to Ms. Bolton, and I'll go get her now.
Okay, and Ms. Gutierrez,
Yes, Your Honor.
have you received the paperwork back for Mr. Doherty?
Yes, he sent it, and the litigation manager should have it.
Okay, thank you.
We'll fill this out later, but this is just for probation, okay?
Okay.
Right?
Okay, I don't have any paperwork, it's why.
Okay. Gotcha. Or you can start filling that now while he's. Ms. Bolton, can I see that paperwork really quick before you hand it to the judge?
And this is for.
Chavez.
Okay.
I need to just mark through something.
No worries.
You want me to hand it to her?
Excellent.
Yeah.
Thanks.
And I think you should have gotten Mr. Doherty's paperwork also.
Just that, and I'm sending her the no cross right now. Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Okay, Mr. Bowers?
Yes.
Yes, good afternoon.
Hi.
Good afternoon. Can you raise your right hand for me? Do you swear affirm the testimony you're about to give before this court be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes.
Okay, you can put your hand down. Thank you, ma'am.
Yes, Your Honor, the defendant is going to be entering a plea to 1 count of simple battery. The state's recommended sentence is 12 months of probation to complete 12 anger management classes as approved by probation, to stay away from 7585 Thorough Circle, which is Color Us Kids, and had no further contact with Ricky Bolton. Count 2 criminal trespass will be null crossed.
Okay.
And Judge, we are asking that the court accepts the negotiated sentence. However, Ms. Shabazz is asking that the court accepts a no-low contender plea rather than a guilty plea.
What's the history?
Yes, Your Honor. 1 second. The state would object to a no low. Let me pull up. We have. This arrest, and then I'm showing a June 30th, 2022 arrest for simple battery, family violence, and I believe the open. Sorry, those are her. Was it? 1 second, Your Honor. And there is an open felony case at the DA's office right now, Your Honor, as well. But no convictions.
What are the allegations in this matter for the facts?
Yes, Judge. On March 22nd, 2019, officers were dispatched to the Color Us Kids daycare in reference to an incident that took place. They spoke with a witness, Miss Brown, who was a program director, and she said that the defendant caused a disturb. He was an employee at the time, caused a disturbance. That during this incident, the defendant was assigned to wash dishes in the kitchen. The children were in the daycare room napping, and the defendant was told to keep the noise down, and arguments ensued, and the defendant turned around and struck Miss Bolton's hand while she was holding a bottle, and this was said to have taken place in the presence of 3 children and witnessed by an eyewitness, Your Honor.
Okay, given that she doesn't have any convictions, I'm going to grant her the no, without it being no low.
Thank you.
Okay,
And I don't know if this was already said, Judge, but we did negotiate that her probation would become non-reporting after she completed the anger management classes.
That's correct, Your Honor. We did agree to that.
okay. Ms. Shabazz, it's my understanding in case 21 CR 001192E, you wish to plead no low to simple battery, is that correct?
Yes.
Are you under the influence of any drugs or alcohol?
No.
You've been represented.
Mr.
The offer, I compared it to him. He wants to accept, but I wrote
Take a
to
moment.
find out, see what she would agree to all of that.
Yeah, just a second.
So I'm like, yeah, we just need the paperwork, I guess.
Okay.
Yeah, but no,
No, I don't.
thanks.
And I mean, I don't see why they're not recording soon. Did she respond back to you?
Petition number 2 on the show cause calendar.
Ms. Gutierrez.
Ms. Gutierrez,
Yes.
you send that paperwork, I'm sorry.
I'm sorry, Judge. I thought you weren't signaling her for me.
I didn't realize that. Go ahead. Sorry.
Will you send Mr. Korn DocuSign paperwork for position 14 and 15?
Yes, I just sent him an email to his question, so before I
Okay.
make sure he wanted to accept it, I just sent him an email.
Okay.
Ms. Gutierrez, did you send Ms. Bolton the Doherty paperwork?
It went to state.orca. Let me forward it to her directly.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
You ready? Yes. All right, Judge, we're ready to proceed.
Okay. Let me just start at the top. Yeah, you can find that. It's my understanding that you wish to plead no low to simple battery. Is that right?
Yeah.
Are you under the influence of any drugs or alcohol this afternoon?
No.
You've been represented by counsel. Are you satisfied with her representation?
Yes.
You understand that you have a right to a trial by jury on this charge, and that by pleading guilty to it, you're giving up your right to a trial by jury?
Yes.
Has anyone forced or coerced you to plead guilty? Okay, I'll accept the plea as negotiated. Well, plead no low. I'll accept the no low plea as negotiated. Ms. Shabazz, let's see. When you complete 12 anger management classes, the probation will terminate. So as soon as you complete the classes, you won't be on probation. So the sooner you get that done, the sooner the better for you. So you don't have to be on probation and you don't have to pay those fees, okay?
Thank you.
Okay, let me just make a note. And Ms. Rosenhuber, have you gotten the where she needs to go to her probation?
Yes, Judge, we're working on that document right now and I'll send her with a copy of it.
All right, so if you'll report within the next 2 weeks, Mr. Lars.
Okay.
Okay, and once you get that done, you're free to go. Have a good afternoon, ma'am.
Okay, thank you.
I can't speak with you now because you're represented by an attorney.
Go ahead and sit tight, and I'm gonna get you a copy of this, but I'll bring it out to you and your babies if you want to go out there with them. Okay. Yes, ma'am.
Ms. Helen? You with me, Ms. Helen?
Next, for Judge.
Thank you.
Thank you. Copy, please. Thank you.
You have anything else, Sarah? Done? Welcome. Yeah. It is.
Thank you. Mr. Darby, you want to come on up?
Ms. Bolton, I just emailed it to you. Let me know if you got it this time.
Yes, we have it. Thank you so much.
Okay.
And we're ready to take this plea, Ms. Gittier.
Okay.
Good afternoon again, Mr. Darby. If you can
Good
raise your
afternoon.
right hand for me. Do you swear affirm the testimony you're about to give before this court be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes, sir.
Okay, you can put your hand down. Ms. Gittier?
Yes, Your Honor. The state expects the evidence to show if this proceeded to trial that on September 3rd, 2016, an officer observed a gray Hyundai Sonata with tag number RAN 6040 making an illegal left turn from the eastbound center lane of Ralph David Abernathy Boulevard onto McDonald Street northbound. The officer initiated a stop and the driver was identified as the defendant, Mr. Brandon Doherty, who upon the officer requesting to see his driver's license, stated that he did not have his license on his person and that he had not possessed a driver's license for some time. The state's offer is for the improper left turn and driving without a valid license. It is 12 months to serve 2 days, credit for time served 2 days, and the balance is suspended. And that concludes the state's recommendation.
Do you have a valid license today? Okay.
Yes, sir.
You realize that pleading guilty to this charge is going to suspend your license again?
So I don't live here in Georgia. I live in Texas. I don't know if that means
Okay.
anything.
No, I just wanted to make sure that you were aware of that. So I'm not sure of what it will do to a Texas license.
Okay.
Okay. Anything further, sir?
No.
Mr. Doherty, it's my understanding that in case 17 CR 023210G, you wish to plead guilty to improper left turn and driving without a valid license. Is that
Yes,
correct?
sir.
Are you under the influence of any drugs or alcohol at the
No,
present
sir.
time? You've been given the opportunity to be represented by counsel. It is my understanding that you wish to proceed pro se without the advice of counsel today. Is that
Yes,
correct?
sir.
You understand that you have a right to a trial by jury on these charges, and that by pleading guilty to them, you're giving up your right to a trial by jury?
Yes, sir.
Has anyone forced or coerced you to plead guilty?
No, sir.
I'll accept the plea as negotiated. Good luck to you, sir.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
All right, have a good day. Ms. Helen, are you back with me? Okay, thank you. And did we decide what we're doing? Did you want to decide what you were doing with Mr. John Howard? Is that him with Mr.?
Board has been handling that for me,
Okay.
so I'm
Okay.
not sure what the status is.
So I've got Ms. McClendon that we need to deal with, and then Mr. John Howard. And then I think that we've covered everyone. Is that go with everyone else's calendars? Okay, so, yes.
Were you able to get in contact with position 3, Mr. Fulton? Sorry.
I have no numbers for him or anything. And, I don't.
Okay, so that's a bench warrant.
Thank you.
Is position 1 on the show calls a bench warrant?
Position 1 was, it was a plea.
Yeah. Oh. Huh. That's right. Plea bench warrant reset. I'll wait till we call the calendar.
I apologize, Judge. My Fulton County network cut out, and so I had to log back in. I apologize.
Okay, you're fine, Ms. Helen. Ms. McClendon, would you come back up, please? Okay, have we decided what we want to do in this
Yes.
regard? Go ahead, Ms. Helen.
Judge, I'd like to reset it. If she seems apprehensive, if the state could allow that offer to be held open until Tuesday, I will check. It's 3:52 before DDS closes. I will call it a day to see if I can get that information.
Well, it's open.
Okay, so I have court at 9 o'clock on Tuesday morning, Ms. McClendon. If you will be here right at 9 o'clock, Ms. Helen, are you gonna be with me for that jury trial calendar?
I was just gonna say, Ms. McClendon, I will be present for the jury trial calendar at 9 a.m. So we will see each other there.
Okay. Okay, so what my intention is, Ms. Helen, is that I'm going to take this plea first, if it's going to be a plea, so you have time. If it's not gonna be a plea, then I'll just reset it to another date. If it is gonna be a plea, I plan on taking that first before I call my calendar, so I can get Ms. McClendon in and out of here first thing, okay? So if you'll make sure that you're here before 9 o'clock, I can get you in quick. If you show up a little late and have to call my calendar first, you're gonna have to wait for a little while for me to get through the calendar. But
A
if you-
long while, it's 50 cases, so we'll definitely be early, Your Honor.
Okay, all right, so so if you'll be in touch with Ms. Helen and find out that information, we'll move forward on Tuesday, okay?
Okay.
All right,
All
I'll
right,
see you.
thank you.
I'll see you.
Am I free?
Now, we're not going to send out a notice, Ms. Helen.
Okay.
So the notice is
Now.
me being to reschedule it, so Tuesday morning, okay? 9
Tuesday
o'clock.
morning at 9.
9 o'clock, exactly, okay?
All right, am I free to go, Your Honor?
Yes, have a good rest of your day, ma'am.
Thanks, Ms. McClendon. I have a reminder, Judge. I will be there earlier for this case, Judge.
If you'll hold on to that for me. Do we have an announcement? Mr. Horn, excuse me.
Yes, that's gonna be a plea, however, we still need the paperwork.
Give me 1 second, okay?
And they called me. Yeah. I read this pad because we something for it like the police. I appreciate you. Thank you. It is 4 o'clock.
You didn't get a text?
I did not. Yeah. Let me hurry up and try to do it. I know. Watch them go for me in the next hour. I will.
I didn't realize how good it's gotten.
God, they booted me in the past hour. Your Honor,
False, the case has been dismissed.
Yes,
I think all of my cases that I have are concluded. May I please be excused?
yes.
Go scan this. Yeah, I gotta go scan this.
Am I gonna see you tomorrow, Ms. Roger?
Yes, you'll see me tomorrow, Friday,
Great. Well,
next week.
Mine.
Thank you, Judge. Everyone have a good evening.
Thank you.
Yes, sir.
Yours was already out.
Why'd that take me? Oh.
Mr. Corn, both plea documents have been sent to you.
Yeah.
He stepped out, so I believe that he is received.
And Judge, I apologize. I think that's all the cases that I have on the calendar. Can I be excused?
Yes, are you with me tomorrow, Miss Helen?
I am with you with the rest of the week, Your Honor.
Okay, I'll see you tomorrow.
See you tomorrow. Thank you so much.
Hey, Judge Morrow.
Yes.
Sorry to interrupt. Ms. Redden is coming downstairs to discuss a matter with you about the jury trial calendar coming up.
Okay, thank you.
Ms. Bolton, it looks like, a plea document from Mr. Howard has been completed, but it's been sent to state.orca.
Two documents, correct?
Yes, correct.
Correct.
You asking me? No.
All the above.
Thank you.
You weren't asking me at all, were you? But I can't help but chime in. That's just who I am.
Have you been having fun in prelim world?
Yeah, I mean, it's typical. I just.
It's crazy.
Like, the down.
Thank you. Are we ready for Mr. Howard?
I am.
Okay,
Only Pete for me though.
all right, well, come on up. Do we have,
No, it doesn't look like I know what I'm doing. Right, right. But I thought this was the email with the.
so are John Howard and John Eric Howard two different people?
No, it's all one man.
Okay. So I only have paperwork. Are we gonna
I
take,
double check also, it was the same birthday.
are we taking a plea to all the charges?
Oh, there's two, but I'll count both charges.
The paperwork was completed on both.
Okay.
True. Jesus.
Okay, thank you. Good afternoon again, Mr. Howard. Can you
Good
raise your-
afternoon.
Afternoon, sir. Can you raise your right hand for me? Do you swear from the testimony you're about to give before this court be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes, sir, I do.
You can put your hands down. Thank you, sir. Ms. Gutierrez?
Yes, Your Honor. For case number 22 CR 008433F for the charge of criminal trespass, the state's offer is 12 months probation, 6 anger management classes as approved by probation, no contact with the victim, Jamisha Penn, stay away from 2400 Campbellton Road in Atlanta, and will be consecutive to 21 CR 002930F. In case number 21, in the case of 21 CR 002930F for simple assault family violence, willful obstruction of law enforcement officers, and simple battery family violence, the state's offer is 12 months to serve 4 days, credit for time served 4 days, the balance probated, a family violence intervention program, no contact with the victim, third party transfer of the children, stay away from the 2400 Campbellton Road address, a $300 fine, and it would be consecutive to 22 CR 008433F. And it may become non-reporting upon completion of the conditions. Does the defendant stipulate to the facts, venue, and ID?
We would so stipulate. We however are gonna ask the court, I believe the state's probably gonna object. We are gonna ask the court to accept a no-law plea on this case.
The state will object to a no-law.
On which case?
No, both cases if possible.
What is his history?
Just a moment, Your Honor. There's a 2021 charge of willful obstruction of law enforcement, which there was a conviction. There,
It wasn't a structure.
I'm sorry.
Go ahead, I'm sorry.
There's a pending, fleeing, or attempting to elude a police officer. There's a 2022 theft by receiving stolen property that's also pending at the moment. And then a third 2022 charge of criminal trespass that's also pending.
He is unaware of any theft by receiving charges.
And any other criminal trespassing case.
He also had a 21 charge of carrying a weapon without a valid license, but that one was null pros.
Excuse me. So what I'm going to allow her to do, Mr. Corn, is that on the criminal trespass, I'll allow her to plead no low to the criminal trespass.
Excuse me, Your Honor.
Don't interrupt.
Okay, hold on. Let me finish my to the criminal trespass. I think that given that it's with the same.
Listen to the judge. I told you that before.
Okay, hold on for me, Mr. Howard. I'll allow him to plead guilty to the no low to the criminal trespass if he would like to. I think that is what he's having to do is duplicative. So I'm not going to have him do the 6 anger management because it's with the same person. So I'll only have him do the FVIP, and I will not require him to do the 6 weeks of anger management. As such, that will be the criminal trespass would be 12 months. Did he serve any time for the criminal trespass?
I don't believe so. I haven't checked. I was saying that he did serve 4 days on the Family Violence Intervention Program. I mean, on the family violence.
That is correct. I'm just double checking for the criminal trespass.
I did like 2 weeks on a criminal trespass.
Okay. I'm just trying to give you credit for what you've done, okay?
Yes, sir. And Your Honor.
Hold on.
He's 13 days for the criminal trespass.
Okay,
Days on that.
so 12 months to serve 13 days. Credit for time served 13 days. No further contact with Ms. Penn, the stay away, and balance suspended, okay? And I'll allow him to plead no low on that charge if he chooses to. On the other charge, I will accept the state's recommendation with regard to that. But since the balance is suspended on the criminal trespass, I'm not gonna have anything run consecutive. I will just have him serve the 12 months on probation. When he completes the terms of the probation, I'll have it go to a non-reporting status. So does he have a job?
You working?
Yes, sir.
What do you do?
It's like, what is it called? Really, I just be weeding and stuff like that.
Landscaping.
Yeah, landscaping, that's what they call
Okay.
it. Yes, sir.
I'm gonna waive 6 months of your probation fees to help you get on your feet, okay?
Yes, sir.
So if you get all this done within 6 months, then you're not gonna have to pay any additional fees. So that should be incentive for you to try to go ahead and get it done, okay?
Yes, sir.
All right, so that's gonna be the court sentence for the criminal trespass, 12 months to serve 13 days, credit for time served 13 days, stay away, no further contact, balance suspended. You'll be done with that one. For the simple assault, willful obstruction, and simple battery, 12 months to serve 4 days, credit for time served 4 days, the family violence intervention, no further contact, third party transfer. Is the statutory fine, is this a statutory fine or not, Ms. Githia?
That is, Your Honor, on the obstruction of law enforcement.
Okay, so there'll be the fine associated. waive 6 months of probation fees and have it go reporting upon completion. Okay? You understand?
Yes, sir.
Mr. Corn?
I was unaware that that's a mandatory fine, Judge. I thought that was something that could be suspended, but
Okay.
if this get the is saying that it's a mandatory fine, I guess it is.
Yeah.
Okay.
In addition to any jail time, it's a fine.
All right. Does he need that converted to community service as opposed to a fine? Would you rather pay a fine or would you rather do some community service?
I could pay the fine.
Okay. All right. So that's going to be the court sentence. Is he willing to go forward with that, Mr. Corn?
Is that what you want to do?
Or is it?
So what he said, the whole bunch of probation, family violence. Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. Anything further?
No, Your Honor.
All right. Mr. Howard, it's my understanding that in case 22 CR 0084443F, you wish to plead nolo contendere to criminal trespass, and in case 21 CR 002930F, you wish to plead guilty to simple assault, simple battery, family violence, simple assault, family violence, simple battery, family violence, and willful obstruction of a law enforcement officer. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
Are you under the influence of any drugs or alcohol this morning?
No,
This
sir.
afternoon? You've been represented by counsel. Are you satisfied with his representation?
Yes, sir.
You understand that you have a right to a trial by jury on these charges, and that by pleading nolo and guilty to them, you're giving up your right to a trial by jury?
Yes, sir.
Has anyone forced or coerced you to plead guilty?
No, sir.
Okay, I'm going to accept your guilty plea, Mr. Howard. Just let me advise you that no contact means absolutely no contact at all, okay? There can be no phone contact, no email contact, no social media contact. If you contact this young lady, then you'll be in violation of your probation, and it can be sought to revoke. So just
There's no way they can change that.
They have children together. I know
we got
there's
3 kids that are not one day. Like, she works on the weekends. I watch my kids. She bring them to me. She don't got no, you know what I'm saying? Like, no family and that. Like, we stay together, but like, I stay by myself now. She stay with her somebody she stay with. You know what I'm saying? But we don't communicate as like in a relationship, but about our kids.
Okay, I just don't want you to get into any trouble. So.
No, that's what me and him was talking about right now.
So, if she were here and I could talk to her, that would be one thing, but given that she's not, and those are the terms, so just you can have a third party transfer of your kids. Okay, I'm not going to keep you away from the kids, but you'll have to have somebody be an intermediary. Okay.
Yes, sir.
I don't want to see you violate your probation with that. And I also want you to know that, everybody gets on hard times from time to time. If that does happen to you, don't stop reporting to probation, okay? People will help you if they know that you're going through something. So even if something happens and you're not able to do everything that you're able to do, like when you're supposed to be doing it, stay in touch with them, let them know what you're going through. So at least if something happens, they'll come back and they'll come to me and say, yes, he kept coming. He was coming to probation. He was telling me that he was having a tough time. Okay. I'll take that into consideration if something goes awry, but just don't go missing, because if you go missing, then they'll have to put out a warrant for you. And you understand what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
Just keep in touch with people if something happens. Okay.
Yes, sir.
All right. Good luck to you, sir.
Thank you, Your Honor.
All right. So we're going to give you way to go to probation. And once you get that, then you're going to be free to go. Okay. All right. I think that concludes the 1:30 calendar. Ms. Bolton, when you are ready, we can go over the calendar.
Yes, Your Honor.
Can everyone hear me?
Yes.
Thank you. I'm gonna start with the show cause calendar. Position 1 is a plea. Position 2 is a plea. Position 3, bench warrants. Position 4, reset status, January 3rd, 2024. Position 5, reset status, November 1st. Position 6, reset status, January 3rd, 2024. And position 7, bench trial request. Orca final plea, position 1, no cross. Position 2, jury trial request. Position 3, jury trial request. Position 4, jury trial request. Position 5, motions reset December 13th. Position 6, plea. Position 7 with the plea. Position 8, motions reset December 13th. Position 9, jury trial request. Position 10, reset final plea November 1st. Position 11 was a plea. Position 12 was a plea. Position 13, jury trial request. Position 14, plea. Position 15, plea. Position 16, jury trial request. Position 17, jury trial request. Position 18, jury trial request. Position 19, plea. Position 20, resets for a plea on 10/10/2023. Position 21, reset for October 10th, 2023 for a possible plea. Position 22, reset final plea November 1st. Position 23 is further notice until February 2024 for a final plea calendar. Position 24 is a reset final plea for January 1st, 2024. Position 25 is a plea. Position 26, reset final plea December 6th. Position 27, reset final plea December 6th. Position 28, jury trial request. And position 29, jury trial request. Any questions or concerns?
Just position 24.
Yes, one moment, please. So position 24 is a reset final plea for January 1st. I'm sorry, excuse me, January 3rd, 2024.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. Thank you.
All right, if nothing further, thank you all. It concludes today's calendar. I will see you all tomorrow.
All right, have a good evening.
Have a good afternoon.